So, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is July 27, 2023, and welcome to the pre-bidding conference of One Goods and 4 infrastructure projects. But before we are going to start, let us all stand for a short prayer. Good afternoon once again. So may I request from our secretariat to have a attendance check, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. Present for today's pre-bid conference are Chairman Dinicio Rice, Vice Chairman Jose Roberto Kirich, members Claudine Jane M. Arnaiz, Ronaldo V. Quinaso, and Maricor M. Carbonilla. For BAC TWG, we have had Clarence M. Romo,
Present.
members Luz Viminda A. Arnaiz, Aimee A. Pilare, and Joseleto D. Altiveros III. For BAC Secretariat, yours truly, Micah Marisi Ramos, Lendel P. Saavedra, and Josephine A. Javier.
Thank you, Engineer Ramos. So since majority of the body are present this afternoon, so this pre-bidding conference is quorum. So allow me to read to you the projects that we're about to discuss this afternoon. The first one is with contract ID 23 GIL 0041. Quality Control Section and Supply Property Unit. Structure cabling materials and services for the use in the Office of the District Engineer, DPWH Leyte, with an approved budget for the contract of 1,054,072 pesos only. Next one is infra project with contract ID 23IL0070. Construction of one-story, 3-classroom, ASUNCION Integrated School, MAASIN, Southern Leyte, with an approved budget for the contract of 10 million. 10 million? The next one is a project with contract ID 23IL0071. Construction of one-story, 3-classroom, Guadalupe National High School, MAASIN, Southern Leyte, with an approved budget for the contract of, again, 10 million pesos only. The fourth one is the project with contract ID 23IL0072. Construction of one-story, 3-classroom, IBARRA National High School, MAASIN City, Southern Leyte, with an approved budget for the contract of 10 million pesos. And the last one is a project with contract ID 23IL0073. Construction of one-story, 2-classroom, PINASCOHAN, MGS, multi-grade school, MAASIN, Southern Leyte, with an approved budget for the contract of 5 million pesos. Okay, so just like to reiterate that this activity is aimed to discuss, among other things, the eligibility requirements of the prospective bidders or suppliers, including the technical and financial components of the projects to be bid, as well as the questions that may arise before and during the pre-bid conference. This also discusses the common causes of prospective bidders or suppliers' disqualification. So, BAC members and TWGs should exercise due diligence in scrutinizing the technical and financial documents submitted by the prospective bidders during the preliminary manual bid evaluation and review through non-discretionary pass and fail criterion in line with the confirmatory electronic eligibility results. So at this juncture, I will give the floor to our technical working group to discuss to the prospective bidders' eligibility requirements, including the common causes of disqualification. So, TWG, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we are here to discuss to you the eligibility requirements for the procurement of goods and infrastructure projects. For the procurement of goods, the bidder is required to submit their legal documents such as PhilGIP certificate, platinum membership, SEC, DTI, CDA registration, mayor's business permit, tax clearance, audited financial statement, latest income and business tax return. And for technical documents, the delay in the partial delivery of goods amounting to 10% of the contract price in its ongoing government and private contracts. Next is, if any of these contracts shows the bidder's failure to deliver or perform any or all of the goods or services within the period specified in the contract or within any extension thereof granted by the procuring entity pursuant to a request made by the supplier prior to delay, and such failure amounts to at least 10% of the contract price. Then the unsatisfactory performance of the supplier's obligations as per contract terms and conditions, authenticity of bid security, and technical specification requirements. And for financial documents, it is required the latest financial statements, especially current assets and liabilities, latest value of uncompleted portions of ongoing or awarded contracts coinciding with the subject contract, and the updated NFCC versus the ABC. For the procurement of infrastructure projects, the bidder is required the following: the PhilGIP certificate of registration and membership in accordance with section 8.5.2 of this IRR, pickup license and registration, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, statement of SLCC, NFCC computation, JVA if applicable, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, project requirements which shall include for the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, then list of contractors personnel such as project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foreman to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data, and list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by the proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, and omnibus sworn statement in accordance with section 25.3 of this IRR. Then during procurement, post-qualification, the TWG's objective is which the lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid shall undergo post-qualification in order to determine whether the bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding documents. Within 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the back that the bidder has the lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid, the bidder shall submit to the back its latest income and business tax returns and other appropriate license and permits required by the law and stated in the bidding documents. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with this section 69 of this IRR. So during post-qualification, the TWG shall verify, validate, ascertain all statements made and documents submitted by the bidder with the lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid using the non-discriminatory criteria as stated in the bidding documents. These criteria shall consider but shall not be limited to the following. First is the legal requirements, then technical requirements, and the verification of the availability and commitment and or inspection and testing for the required capacities and operating conditions of the equipment units to be owned, leased, under purchase by the bidder for use in the contract under bidding, as well as checking the performance of the bidder in its ongoing government and private contracts. If any of these ongoing contracts shows negative slippage of at least 15% in any one projector, a negative slippage of at least 10% in each 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them with 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance with 30 calendar days and complete them within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failure. Or substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. So if the BAC verifies any of these deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence, the agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Unsa pa man ay? Kalimutan ko. Okay, so I think that's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, General Altaveros. So I hope it would be those will be very clear to the prospective bidders. The explanation given to us by our TWG. So any other inputs from the body or from the secretariat relative to this pre-bidding conference?
Excuse me. The opening for these projects will be on August 10, but since I think it will be a holiday for us in MAASIN City because it's Charter Day, so just keep posted for further issuance of bid bulletin for the new schedule of the opening.
Thank you, General Ramos. So this is supposed to be opened on 10, but we have to move and we will give notice to everyone. Unsa man ang GIS day? Huibis? So any other inputs? No more issues, no more inputs.
I second the motion.
since there's a motion for adjournment and was duly seconded, so this pre-bidding conference this afternoon is officially adjourned at exactly 3:20 p.m. So thank you everyone and keep safe.